This video is very, very, very interesting because now I actually dive into some of the lies Yakubu Gowon told. Because Yakubu Gowon put a few days ago released his own book, Opo, My Life of Duty and Allegiance. In that book, he made so many accusations against late General Emperor Ojukwu. So many accusations, and many people when I dive into that thing, as I can be a some of the lies or silly. Then I will bring your mind back to Aburi Accord meeting, Amen, and Nagana that year. Kunu wefu ebe go on no we no imi we me gini we to okpotokpa ase okpolokpo ase ina okpolokpo ase go on to go on egusisi ndị otu ya na middle belt. He has not said anything about it because of the allegiance within the Fulani. The Fulani bia no ali ogu anocho ogu na the Fulani ajuze na ha man na, and he want to back out from that agreement. The Fulani we na egusisi ndị back egbukpo mana that's by the way she obodo hem je ibekwu tata mana kai gen I go put some of these things so that kuno wana able kwa na dive name here today. Because now obulu na go want to release this book mbo Ojukwu kanondo Ojukwu nwere okwu na saya mana why waiting for till Ojukwu anwụ before releasing in case you know your life of duty and allegiance. So we see former head of state General Yakubu Gowon made several historical accusations against the late Biafran leader Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. This claim primarily appears in his autobiography, My Life of Duty and Allegiance. The Accord accusation and historical claims of sabotaging the Aburi Accord. Gowon accused Ojukwu of attending the 1967 Aburi meeting in Ghana with predetermined sentimental issues and intention. He alleged Ojukwu intentionally misinterpreted the agreement terms to the Eastern population to push an illusion of independence. In other words, now in that meeting, causing Ojukwu be misinterpreted, and then he also accused Ojukwu of smuggling arms into the country. Gowon alleged that Ojukwu deliberately smuggled large catch of arms and ammunition from foreign sources to prepare for a war against the Nigerian state. Always rejecting the breakdown of Gowon rejecting the dialogue. He accused Ojukwu of repeatedly frustrating peace initiative and ignoring invitations for mutual peace meeting, such as the follow-up meeting in Benin City, to allow for his reciprocations arms build up. So na Ojukwu abịara those meeting because na ọ na-eme maka okwu egbe unibiputesi. Then also the act of aggression. According to Gowon, Ojukwu recalled all federal civil servants from Eastern region hijacked a Nigerian Airways plane to bomb several Nigerian cities, seized federal revenues and detained the managing director of Shell company. Then Ojukwu urged that those actions and Gowon urged that those actions and Ojukwu's personal ambition were the primary forces that pushed Nigeria into a devastating civil war. Una follow there as Gowon to Kudolo Ojukwu. As Gowon to Kudolo Ojukwu. Which if we say that Nambu Ojukwu Natal that meeting now, Ojukwu was making statements like an accord will stand. Now let me read out to you some of Ojukwu's messages from that meeting. If Ojukwu will intention to sabotage that meeting now, will there be anything like an accord will stand? On accord will stand. What these are some of the messages Ojukwu shared then. On accord will stand was the rally cry of late Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu used to demand strict implementation of the 1967 Aburi Accord. Ojukwu urged that regional autonomy and decentralization agreed upon in Ghana were the only ways to prevent war and protect the Easterners. Ojukwu was saying that there was an agreement biko achọrọ m ka unu egbu n'oge post PDF file na the comment section. PDF file ya dị na the comment section of this meeting. Unu for the minute of those meetings, ka the meetings were on in that year. Me pin the link to that thing so that you download the PDF or done on your phone in case you name your argument. If your argument is valid. Now, what is the core message? Upon returning from the Aburi meeting in January 1967, Ojukwu broadcasted the verbatim recording of the proceeding to the public. He took a headline stance for several critical reasons. Regional autonomy. He championed the pull part to stay together. Philosophy, meaning to pull apart to stay together philosophy, meaning the region should retain control over their security, resources, and governance. Onweli Ojukwu. Na sinyana munka na nka bụ nke nchọ. Ka ine tiyo na we na achiba ka onye ọbụla na-abịa, ka onye ọbụla na-manage bịa. Just like this, their implementation, actually state police, every state with their own police. This was the message from before, olden time. Rejection of the section. He insisted that any decision affecting the whole country requires the concurrence of all military governance, effectively pushing for a confederation. Protection against violence. Following the 1966 program against Easterners, Ojukwu used his stance to ensure the Eastern region could not be subjected to systematic injustice or military intimidation. Then, in the collapse of the accord, Ojukwu accused the Nigerian federal military government led by Gowon of backtracking on the agreement and acting in bad faith. Gowon constantly urged that Ojukwu interpretation of the agreement was aimed at regional control of the military and does not reflect the spirit of the nation. This was Ojukwu. This was Ojukwu stand in all of these things. Now, to tell you that now, Gowon was lying. Late last year or last previous year, Babangida released his own biography where he stated that the Ogwanolo was never caused by Igbo. Owesi, in his autobiography, A Journey in Service, former Nigerian military president Ibrahim Babangida assessed that the Nigerian civil war was untimely started by the federal government under the head of state of General Yakubu Gowon. So, Babangida accused Gowon of starting Ogu. Gowon, Dezakwonke accused Ojukwu of starting Ogu. Why didn't Gowon reply Babangida? Because of Babangida Nondo. Gowon cannot reply Babangida because Babangida Nondo. Why accusing a dead man? Because Nemana Onyomola Amanzanongya. Man, I so much thank God for people that knows history and can still ask questions. Obulu no Ojukwu, they against your meeting. Why was he using the verse, the verses of on accord we stand, in accord we stand, let them implement the meeting and ka implement here nekwa. Owesi Babangida explained that the conflict escalated as a direct result of Gowon's failure to secure and protect the life and properties of Igbo people in the northern Nigeria following the 1967 coup. He urged that this widespread massacre left the eastern region feeling completely abandoned, which ultimately forced Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to declare the cessation of the eastern region as the Republic of Biafra in May 1967, while that meeting was held in Ghana in January 1967. While Babangida acknowledged that Ojukwu ultimately made the declaration of secession, he stressed that the inaction of the federal government in failing to protect the popular service as the true catalyst of the war. That Gowon was the primary person bidoro ọgụ. Or the biography Babangida. Then why did Gowon came out now to lie? Why did Gowon came out now to lie? So bikono do welizia ilu unu go ezu unu nenezia na ihe nwanne anyị nwoke kwu pertaining that issue.
Having read the manuscript of retired General Yakubu Gowon in regards to the Aburi Accord agreement and a lot of other variables and what he has stated, I want to ask him this basic question. Firstly, where is the manuscript of the Aburi Accord agreement? That is number one. And secondly, which part of the Aburi Accord agreement did he implement after the meeting? Which part of the Aburi Accord did he implement after the meeting? And lastly, thirdly, who called the first shot? Who invaded first? And in regards invading now, who did you invade? Who were the targets? And in regards to Ojukwu's violation of the Aburi Accord agreement now, which part of it was violated? And let me ask this question again. Sincerely speaking, how do you feel in your conscience now? Do you feel that you fought for the generality of humanity, or it was a power tussle? That is what I want to ask. I'm talking about the present now. Is Nigeria better as it is at the moment, or it would have been better under regional system of government? So this is also dependent on the manuscript. I'm not saying this because I'm in bed with the present Igbo people at the moment, because I have one or two issues with them as well. But the fact is, somebody cannot come at this point in time, in my own opinion, whitewash the realities that has happened. Because the documentaries and even the write-off are proving the contrary in regards to what you are saying. So, who is not saying the truth? Let's face it that way. And lastly, let me ask this question. Sincerely speaking, in your conscience, the number of life lost now, the number of life that has been lost during this issue, is it worth it? The moment at hand now, is it worth it? The number of life that has been lost? Let's answer ourselves these questions. Let's not whitewash issues. Whitewashing issues doesn't help anybody, but rather stating the obvious. I believe in this saying in Matrix that what has happened and wouldn't have happened the other way. But the fact is, in all fairness again, we have to be able to state things the way they are. Forget about the book launch, forget about the donations, but let's talk about it. And again, would there have been any way better of addressing that issue? Or that was the only way to have addressed the issue? And let's face it. And let's look at it now. Has the issue been addressed? We're talking about decades now, decades ago. And the issue is still lingering. Has it been addressed? Well, the fact is, in this jet age, I don't think anybody can say something that is not verifiable to anybody and people will take it to the bank. Things are highly verifiable at this point in time. And the fact is, I believe the more better we tell ourselves the truth, the easier we heal. Seriously. And take it or leave it. And from the north that we grow up, Ojukwu wanted to separate Nigeria. Gowon say Nigeria must be one. We have sung that song, we have celebrated, but at the end of the day now we are looking at it. What was actually fought? And has there been a solution in that regard? Let's ask ourselves this question and stop this whitewashing and trying to paint black. I beg you.